Oh, well, everyone. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. All right, let's try this. I'm going to put on the earpiece. I don't know how YouTubers start these videos. It's very interesting, but either way, let's just do a little bit of setup. Make sure we went live. Got the Mr. Beast video going on his phone. And the moment I go live, I start getting the hiccups. Hold on. Me. Live. Still wavy. Still not live? Come on. Your clips. Live. Oh, this is gonna take a minute or two to go live, isn't it? Live. Sort by. Come on. Well, this is definitely taking its time. Come on. Oh, why is Instagram not working all of a sudden either? Okay. Oh, another wonderful evening. YouTube. You. Live. I'm live. Why is it not working? It says I'm live. No? How do I... Oi. Is it the right channel? It has to be. I only have one channel. I have my... I wonder how long it took that to go live. Oh, no. Okay. YouTube is not responding today. Oh, there you go. Okay. I'm just watching myself. That's awesome. How do I announce? I am live. What's in your mind? Come see me edit. And then I'll put that. Hopefully that comes up. Okay. Next. Post. And okay, there's that. Okay, you. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, that's it out. That's all I'm gonna notify. Those two groups. Okay, let's watch myself. Ooh. Okay. Something's not right. As usual. Oh. Okay. Alright, let's get into it. Welcome to this episode of Let's Edit. It's my first one of 2026. Let's make sure I'm still in GAM. Yes, I am. Do I say I'm your hostess with the mostest? Macapia. We have a very special, I won't say special episode, but it's very exciting. Let's edit this week. Got a few airplanes I want to edit. This is one of them. We're going to do a comparison edit too. Whoop, something went whoop. Why is it angry? Why is it mad? Oh, no. Oh, yeah. My computer is not happy with my choice of webcam. So I'm using my old iPhone 15 Pro Max. So, yeah. Okay. Let's talk about what we're editing today. So we have the Vegas Golden Knights. They were here in Winnipeg playing the Jets. After being down 2 goals, I think, in the second period, they went and tied it up and they won the game in overtime. According to FlightAware, the plane was supposed to leave at 11:10 p.m. And amazingly enough, with overtime, The players and the bags made it to the airplane. Doors were shut close to that time, actually. So I thought this would be a quick evening, or a quick evening. I'd be home by midnight and back in bed, but ended up being a little bit of a disaster after another, both for me personally and for the Golden Knights. Um, I ended up having to bring a mechanic out to take a look at the plane, and I ended up having no memory card in my phone, my camera actually. So ugh, no, stop doing it. There you go. Oh, don't do this. Okay, I know you're angry. Stop. Oh, okay. Am I there? There you go. Oh, why is it doing this? Okay, let's just do the old unplug plug. Ugh. Restart everything. Boom. I love technology. Okay, there you go. Oh, stop. Okay. Maybe. Okay. Yay. Okay. So yeah, I ended up not having a camera card because I was working on the 787 edits and I completely forgot to take it out. And then my spare battery went missing, so I didn't even have a battery. Thankfully, I had the charger, so um, drove home, got the camera card, came back, um, took some pictures of Tindy. Um, this plane had already left for the ice bay, but came back. So those who've seen my reel on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, that was the plane coming back after the ice to have another second look at the engine. Afterwards, that plane took off. Um, so it left the ramp the second time. Took off runway 18, way into the cloud, couldn't see it. I decided to call it a night. It was already 1:30 in the morning. And then I wake up the next morning to find out that the plane only made it just west of Portage, even before Brandon, to turn around and come back to Winnipeg. So, fortunately for the Golden Knights, they spent another night in Winnipeg, only to leave at 2 p.m. The next day. So, here we are. So, I mentioned Tindy. I am going to go back to that. Air Tindy, once again, supporting the community of Cross Lake through their Manitoba Hydro blackout troubles, ferrying supplies, water, generators, food, etc. So there's that. So yeah, without further ado, let's start with Tindy because I was really excited about that. That was, well, other than the Golden Knights, I was really excited to go see that. Okay, here we are. What I ended up doing is I ended up putting the camera up on a tripod. And then from there, I did take multiple exposures at different, what would you say? Well, this is me just actually testing the camera out on full auto. If we go to develop mode, 1/30th at 6.3 f-stop, ISO 6400. All right, so let's just take a quick look at that. See what kind of results you get there. I have my preset. I am gonna do denoise first. Oh, do not start. Eh. Eh. Oh, this is gonna drive me nuts tonight. Oh, technology, leave me alone. Okay. My apologies. Okay, you can the noise has pretty much cleared itself up. You can see if I do the comparison. noise is gone. So I've used the AI denoise with Adobe here. I am going to kick it a little bit more to 70, especially when I'm using 6400. I am going to bump the sharpening up a little bit to 120 because speed limit 100, I drive 120. Okay. All right. Everything else should be all my presets, textures to 100. We can bump it. Ooh, if we add a little bit of clarity. There you go. Other thing I do want to do is I do want to bring this crop in tight. And bring this. I am going to lose a little bit of resolution. Here you go. Bada bing, bada boom. There is our plan. Next, work the shadows. Bring up. Well, you can see it's clipping already. The question is, it's clipping yellow. So I'm trying to find what's yellow, what's causing the clip. And I can't seem to find it. I bet you it's the lights. Can't be the tips of the props. If we bring up our whites a little bit, oh, yep, that just cooks it. That's oh, there, it's clipping in the snow. Snow is starting to clip. So it's not the plane clipping, it's the snow. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, if I mess with highlights, it's just the foreground. So I'm not gonna really muck with that. Blacks, same thing. Blacks are tending to. I am going to. What is it? Still here. Clarity, a little bit of dehaze. When I say a little bit, I mean 10. I am kind of getting a little. I am getting a little excited with the slider there, so I did bring it back to 10. Okay, what do we got going on here? Oh yeah, I also see the horizon not looking too. There you go. All right. That noise is still there. Okay. That's the only thing 6400. It's next to impossible to really get all that noise. Okay, well, we cranked it to 90. It's starting to go away. But now you can see the pictures start to deform, which is obviously not what we want to see. So the AI noise removal starts to lose itself when you go into a higher range of denoise removal. So I am going to dial it back and maybe leave that at 70, and hopefully, just give me a minute. There you go. Bring it back on. Now you can see the really lost itself. Huh. That is interesting. Alright, so you know what? This might actually be a fail. There's no point in rescuing this. Okay, on we go. Another angle. There was another angle that I could have shot that would have had Tindy in the foreground with YWG in the background, but by the time Vegas left and I got around, there's a field truck in the way. Whoops. It's about priorities and where my battery was at. My battery's already flashing red, ready to die. You can see the exposures I took. So you got one at 5 seconds at 6.3 ISO 100. But then I wanted sharpness. I got greedy. I went F11. But when I went to 20 seconds, you could see that it moved around because of the wind. So you didn't get tack sharp there, but I got tack sharp with a 5-second exposure. Well, when I say sharp, I mean better than that. So the 20-second exposures, I think I got a little bit greedy, and I think that's going to cost me in the end. If I went back down to 10, ooh, that shook. There you go. 10 seconds, F11. That actually, I'm actually going to keep that as a contender. 25 seconds. Wow. I shoot at 25 seconds, and it's still actually really good. Oh, I take that back. So, see, it's the nice thing about, for night exposures to be pretty effective, you literally have to have no wind affecting your tripod, or your tripod has to be literally buried into the ground. You can have little movement, and because this is resting against a fence, that didn't make it any the better. But here you go. Looks like we got a winner at 15 seconds F11. And then what I ended up doing is I been more greedier and went close to the nose. Look at that wing full of ice. But let's take a look at this plane at 15 seconds. See what we can make out of it, maybe better. Okay, there's that. Now, you can see cones. I did shoot in the end. The other funny part is I do not have a lens in my collection. So I have 18. So wait, hold on. I have 10 to 18. I have 18 to 45, and then I have 100 to 400. I do not have anywhere between 45 and 100, which is where the sweet spot of this shot would have worked. I'm pretty sure this would have worked at maybe 80. Because if I did shoot this at 100 mil, and 100 mil, you were like this already at 100 mil. So had I had something a little bit wider, telephoto wise, which is really weird to say, I think this shot would have worked without having to crop. The ultimate goal is you don't want to crop a shot, obviously. So unfortunately, if I shot at 100, I was too close. You shoot at 45, you're far back, but this is the best you can do. So this is where we stand. Okay, take two. I'm going to apply denoise, but even though it's ISO 100, it is not noisy at all. You don't even have to do denoise, to be dead honest. You can just do manual noise reduction. It looks like it's not deformed, so let's see if we did this and the original. You can kind of, well, the AI hasn't kicked in on this one. On this is the original, but you can't. The noise hasn't affected this photo yet. Okay, back we go. Okay, and actually, it's really nice is that you can see that the reds pop a little bit more. So because we were able to get an extra, well, this is 1/30th of a second. We were able to get an extra exposure out of it. We do lose the ground. Now I could go back and edit that. I should probably not have done that. Where is that 10-second exposure? Yeah, you can see. I guess that's one oversight. And you know, that's the thing about photography. I was worried about making sure I got enough of the airplane in terms of make sure I got enough airplane in terms of exposure. Back in the day, I was definitely not picky, but now I'm finding I am. So there's that. What we could do, if we were that concerned, we could just take a gradient, kind of try to draw back, uh, where we were in terms of getting back that getting back that detail of the ground. Okay, get comfy here. My computer isn't complaining anymore. Yay! All right. Let's just take a look at this. This is the 5-second exposure. Same idea. I'm just gonna click my basic edits, hit denoise. Still at 100 ISO. And we'll just do a comparison between both. They're both good photos, at least. This looks like a prime candidate. The weather was foggy that night, or the weather was foggy this morning. Oh, I should probably keep trying here. 9186, 9192, 9192, so 9186. Away you go. Yeah. Okay. To crop a little tighter, just to have some consistency with this edit. Let's do that. 9186. Hey, I'm wearing my Tindy sweater. I wanted to wear my Tindy sweater for this edit. Ha. Shout out to Air Tindy. Thank you for another year on the calendar. I didn't enter last year. I think Father Time caught up with me in terms of schedule and me having to sit down. I've kind of slowed down in terms of editing and just having this a chance to sit down and do things. Okay, there you go. 9186 kind of looks. Oops. I was gonna say this is not good. 9192 is now kind of cropped like 9186. So you can see the difference now between 5 seconds and 15 seconds based on what I have here. I haven't touched any of the shadows, any of that stuff yet. Let's probably start with 92 and see what happens here. See if making any of those moves happens. If I crank my shadows, oof, yeah, if I go like that's just gonna cook it. But however, if I do oh no, that's not gonna work. You know what? I'm not gonna do shadows adjustment. Well, you can see it's already clipping because of the snow. So I'm not gonna worry about the snow that much yet. Let it clip, care less. What we'll end up doing, maybe we'll just bring that up. We'll go to 30, just so we can keep it consistent. Same thing here. Oh, even at 30, that's not enough for this photo, but okay, maybe 40 over here. Okay. Same thing, clipping on the ground. I'm not gonna wait until I see it start to clip on the plane itself. You're not gonna see me panic. Clarity. I don't even know if I want to do. Let's 33. Let's go back to 20. I don't want to overdo it today. Like, I don't want to cook it like that. You know what? It looks pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. If I were to cook it, I'm not gonna do anything with the background. I don't think. Like typically this is where I go. Oh, hey, let's do. Oh, hey, oh. Yeah, that's not bad. If I did that with some full-on clarity, why not? What's going on? Oh yeah. Actually, No, let's not sell the farm on this one. Let's keep it consistent, 30. Well, you do a little hay to haze. You know what? Why not? 10 to haze. Just to give it 11 to haze here already. Okay. Oh, is it? Nope. No, not too much. 30. 10. Okay. Let's see what things are looking like right now. Pretty much a dead tie. Oh, I see spots. I see spots. I see spots. I see spots. Time to try the old new Adobe Dust spot removing spot dusts removing spots, and this is that. Okay. Watch myself on the phone. Okay. It's done it. I didn't see it, so that's okay. Closed. I'll watch it on the replay. Okay, so yeah, it's not there anymore. At least that I see. Going back to it. Oh yeah, it was there, but it's gone now. Okay, well, there's that. How do I want to resolve that? Well, could do the old gradient as usual. Let's go back one. Okay. Create mask. And oh yeah. And then subtract subject and see what it thinks the subject is. Yep. And then when I do the bottoms, it's always going to be these three. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't know. The haze might not be the slider today for this job. Let's just go to exposure. Oh, wow. Yeah, you know what? Oh, yeah. Because you don't want the foreground to really cook it for you. You want the plane to really pop out. So you want that kind of black border, I guess you'd say. Okay. You know what? The ground isn't cooked. I used clarity, and typically, like in a day shot, I would use clarity into haze. It would give me that nice. But the reason I like using clarity in ground is this give you that texture along with the texture slider. That seems to be good. That will work for our purposes today. And you know what? Just because, like I said, we tried the vignette, and you can see with a little bit of light vignette, that looks pretty dope. So what if I'm just going to try as an experiment. I am not expecting this to be fantastic or anything. I am going to try a gradient. And I know this is a dumb idea, but hey, we'll only find out how dumb it is if we don't try. Okay, and then exposure. Oh, look at that. You know what? This might actually be worth leaving. Maybe we'll just leave it. Bring it back, because if I don't want to go too much. That just does that. Let's not overcook it. Actually, hold on. How? If I did 1? If I did -1, that's good. But now, what happens if I stretch it even more? Oh, yeah. That's not so bad. Let's just leave it there. This is actually not bad. Typically, when I do use a gradient, you start to see some kind of ghosting here or a halo. You start to see halos around here, but it's not Oh, I'm gonna kill myself if I see this here. Yeah, it's a little bit, but it's not pretty predominant. Like, it's not horrible. Not even on that side of the wing. It's there a little bit, but not too insane. Okay. That's 91.92. Let's just go back to 91.86. See if we can go 2 for 2. I know. Go heavy. Nope. Go light. Or should I do combination? Because you still want the plane to pop, right? Give it a quick shot. Why not? Okay. Drag it. I'm going to go up a little bit. I am still going to remove the subject, obviously. Yes, get mad at me all you want. Texture, clarity, and then we're not going to use the haze because that didn't do us any good. So we're just going to take that texture slider. Oh yeah, there you go. That's not too much. That makes it look a little terrible. Not there. Well, that's halfway between 0 and 4. 2. Yeah, I just don't want it to be. Oh no, now I'm second guessing myself. Okay, hold on. What's 0? That's 0. What's 2? That's 2.10. 205. Okay. 205 is a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay. And then we are going to create a mask. Do a linear. And bada bing, bada boom. And we're going to subtract leg subject. I hope it's doing its job. It did it on the other photo. Oh yeah, you can see. It's kind of blending in with the tail. If I go even darker. So let's not do that. Let's take this. Make sure we run it all the way down. So you can see that both my gradients kind of overlap each other a little bit, but that's okay. I'm not gonna lose much sleep over it, but there you go. I'm only gonna go 0.66 on this one. I don't think I'm gonna go more than that on this one. Okay, let's take a look again between both 86 and 92. I'll let you folks be the judge. 86 or 92. You can see one more thing I have to play around with is red saturation. Saturation in my automatic thing is kind of binded 2040. This looks a little bit more red than this one. You know what? Let's go to 86. And let's just ooh. Computer did not like the refresh on that one. No, it's not cool. Ooh. Yeah, it's cool. No, we're not gonna do that. Actually, go full red. Let's get rid of everything. Let's see. I'm curious. Alternate edit time. Pretty sick. That is a pretty cool way of doing it. But I'll just put everything back to normal here. I'll send an edit out that way, but I'm not going to do that. Do I want it brighter? Is that what I want? Oof. Okay. Up 10. Saturation 10. There. I think that's what he did. Now I'm just going to do before and after with 9186. What a difference. What a difference between before and after. What a difference between before and after. What a difference between that and the other edit. I like the other edit too, don't get me wrong. It does give you a little bit. You know what? Let's just go back to 9192. And let's do the same thing. 92, what I'm going to do is I will give it a little bit more red saturation. And I am going to definitely make the plane brighter by giving it a little more, well, I guess it's 30. That's actually more, that's more than what we bargained for, I think. But I think, once again, even if you do the before and after on this one, that's definitely a night and day difference. Okay, so 9192, comparing it with 9186, well, two slightly different edits. I like how that's actually come out. Okay. I am happy. I'm actually happy that I didn't have to dig into the brush. Any edit where I don't have to use a brush is a happy me. So I'm going to just export. Today is the 7th. I'm just going to dump it all in the same folder anyways. 9192. And 9186. I'll decide what to post to Instagram later on. No. There you go. Watermark. Oh, I know I screwed that up. Okay. That makes me happy. Yeah. That is, that's crazy. You can kind of see the difference between the edits. Oh yeah. I don't know. I think I like this edit more. Okay, that's that. We gotta keep the train going because it is 11:26. I do want to go to bed. I did not sleep last night as a result of super ultra late spotting operations. Okay, this is our Vegas Golden Knights. Unfortunately, I did not shoot this at 100. I shot this on full auto, and that's what it earned me. I wanted to shoot slower, but I didn't know how long this plane was going to stay there, and I didn't have my tripod out. By the time I actually did decide to shoot slower, what actually had happened is that a mechanic had went. They shut down this engine. He went and hopped underneath again, fiddled with it, and good to go. So by the time that was all done, got the tripod ready, but wasn't fast enough on a draw to actually start shooting slower. And the only thing else that really gets me is this is 15 mil on my Canon. That's on the Canon. What's on the iPhone? That is 2.22 on the iPhone. I don't find that. I find that hard to believe. Like that's what I had with the iPhone ultra wide. I like the ultra wide shot like that, like the fisheye, but let's cross that bridge when we get there. I just want to edit what I shot with the Canon. Because for some reason, well, I do know, well, it's not for some reason, I do get better quality photos out of the Canon. Yeah, like this is, let's do a couple angles here. We'll do this angle. This seems to be a bit more centered. Or, yeah, this is a fill the frame a bit more. Okay, develop. We'll see what happens. Here's hoping that AI doesn't ruin the day. You can see there's clipping in the blacks, the tires. Clipping in the blues. What's blue and clipping? Taxi lights? Probably. We'll worry about that when we cross the bridge, I guess. Okay. Next item, denoise. Denoise. Denoise, 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 denoise. Denoise. I am going to bump it because I know I'm going to. There, 70. Okay. I am going to do my typical normal edits here because I do want to get rid of how that's clipping in the darks. There you go. Soon as I bring out the shadows. I guess I could go this option. Let's see. I have my doubts. I've never done. There you go. It's taking that out. But instead of the whole scene, you know what? Yeah, I won't complain. I won't complain if you don't. There you go. Well, since yeah. Well, here. Oh, it's clipping. Yep, starting to clip on the fuselage right there. Contrast. Do I want it? Oh. Or do I? Well, since I do have that, have its attention there. No, I don't want the clarity on this. Well, if anything, just a little. Okay. Alright, that seems to be in good order. What I might, well, no, actually, let's go back to it. Just because, oof. Oh yeah, she clipping. I don't want to lose any detail. Like that's, here's the thing, here's the reason why I do want a little bit of exposure. So I did edit this on my iPad today during my lunch, and it did bring out. So actually, was it no? I think I did this. Yeah, I did. I did do one, but I think it was the iPhone one. I did 2 edits on the iPad. I think I did one. Right after I shot this. Ooh. Ah. Okay. Well. I was gonna say, wow, I actually took a steady photo. Say it ain't so. And then I know I did one during lunch. Alright. There you go. That is looking snazzy. Do I want to do what I did with the 10D7? Yeah, why not? You still want that photo to pop in that right area. The ground means nothing. I'll give it a little bit of texture. That's what I was looking for. Just make that ground a little darker, just so that pops out a bit more. Actually, that's maybe a little too much. There you go. 16. That's not bad. Create a new mask again. Do a linear. So we can darken the sky a bit more. And then what we'll do... Oh yeah, this is going to work out nicely. Subtract, select subject. It's done a slightly okay job. Whatever. Just... Oh, the sky is starting to clip. That's a new one. There. Okay. Make sure we get rid of any dust. Nada! That's what I get for a clean camera. You know what? I'm gonna take a penalty on this. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna take a penalty on this. Do I? No, leave it. It looks good like that. You know what? This one actually might be a calendar shot next year. Just saying. Now order the That AvGeek from YWG 2027 calendar, now in production. Jeez. For a 6400 ISO shot, this is pretty minty. Not gonna lie. Let's take a look before and after. As Borat would say, wah wah wee wah. Oh, that's not bad. If we get rid of the clipping indicators here. Yeah. Pretty solid attempt. I'm actually quite impressed. Okay. I did not think this would... My thing too is my logo is going to show up better too, compared to the last photos. Oh, exporting still. Does this mean my computer is going to crash? Please don't crash. Okay. Oh yeah. When you compare it to, well, this is the iPhone. I guess this is our kind of baseline. Oh yeah, that's gonna be... This is gonna look snazzy when it's all said and done. Very interesting. I think this is pre-de-ice too. That's why his tires are not shiny. But even then, like, let's get to... Hold on, let's just do one more of the cannons. Just because I want to get a little bit of that, I think it was always advance, never retreat. I think that's what it says. Well, they retreated last night. I'll tell you that much. Fence. Once again, AI can deal with that. Ooh, got no blow. I know there was a shot that it was pretty much centered, which made it look pretty sweet. Oh, Okay, we're getting warmer. We're getting warmer. One more, just for fun. Hey! With the light. Oh. It might have to be this one. So let's see. Well, the light go away. Yay! Oh, but that kind of ruins it. And that's motion blur. So let's go 3 back. Let's go 1 more back. Yeah, it's... It's a moving. Oh, we will. Okay, let's do once again. I am going to start from the noise. Let's see what AI can destroy here. Okay. Once again. 2. Okay, well. If it wants to stay at 76, oh, 76. Alright. Will it give me the same luxury? Maybe not here. It is close. Yep, I was right. Man. There's a little bit of brush work to do here. I don't want the rest of it to... you know what? Before I did the brush, I should have did a little croppy crop. Because, yeah, this is a little tight. Or... Is it worth a crop? Let's see. Actually, before we do that, let's bring back our friends. Shadows? Yeah. 100%. 100% shadows on there. Maybe bring in the whites. Oh yeah, it's not clipping as hard as I thought it was gonna clip. So I'll actually bring that up. Blacks, we'll bring it back a little bit. Okay. No, highlights. None of that. Contrast. A little bit of that. What I do want to do is I do want to mess with texture. Maybe some clarity. Ooh, you're starting to see the whites start to clip more. This is not so much. How about a sneeze? There, I sneezed. Alright, let's take that away, take that away. Okay, you know what? Maybe those are called for. Maybe, just maybe, it calls for. It calls for me screaming because this thing won't work. Oh, I don't like that wingtip. And the funny part is I was shooting that way. Auto. There you go. I'm a crooked person. Holy moly. Yeah, that wingtip looks way out of focus. But there's nothing we could do. It's the way she rolls. Yeah, the wingtip looks like it's because the aircraft's moving, right? Boo. Actually, not bad there. Okay, we'll hope no one notices. Okay. Just a quick just a quick, how do you do over here? Alright. Bada bing, bada boom. Same thing as last time. Texture, clarity, and a little bit of nuance. Get some nice ground definition there. Okay. Same thing up in the sky. Linear on top. Right, go stop short there. See if that brings out anything. Just really crank it a little bit. Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll invade a little bit. Oh yeah. That's not even giving me. It's giving me a little grief in the tail. But is it really noticeable? Like, it's noticeable in day photos, but this isn't so bad. Alright, you know what? Screw it. Oh, that's from something else. Keep it in there. Okay. The old before and after. Full airplane. There you go. I think that's a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay. That's insane. Okay, good old VGK. Let's take a look at let's take a look at this. Oh, there is no way this is working. It worked on the iPad. Don't get me wrong. The iPad edit was amazing. ISO 400. Oof. Well, it's better than ISO 6400, I suppose. Okay. 7 seconds. It's definitely. Still applying the noise for 400. Oh, still there. Okay. 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 Come on. Keep it going. She's slow. Oh, I should probably denoise the other one too. It's too bad you can't run multiple operations at once. Wow. It does give you a better improvement. I did do a manual denoise on the iPad, and kind of the same result. So I'm slightly impressed. Yes, I'm slightly impressed. Wow, we're gonna have to rescue this photo a lot. I don't know why she's so underexposed. You can see even with full shadow deflected. You know what? Maybe. What's clipping? Looks like the engine's already. No. Wow, we will. I might actually cool this down. Believe it or not. This is a little too warm for my liking. What's this all about? Oh, this is not making me happy. Why? Adobe, you're drunk, go home. Wow. That should be my new thing. Every time the filter, every time the mask misses the airplane, I'm just gonna say, Adobe, go home, you're drunk. That's gonna be my new catchphrase. It's a brilliant idea. Okay. Adobe, go home, you're drunk. Oh yeah. What if I did it in the middle? The small slight improvement. Whites. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. Temp. Cool it. There you go. Oof. What a difference. Oh, too cool. 35. Okay. Works for me. Do I have a means to crop it? Yes, I do. Because we don't need all that wing. We don't need all that wang. Oh, ho, ho. This is a tight crop. Okay, leave it there. I know it's not going to be centered. Oh, that's a horrible composition. 0. And you can see you start to lose the detail. The iPhone. Sorry, Apple, you're crap when it comes to detail. You lose that detail compared to. Can I? Rip. Reference photo. Library. No. Develop. Drag and drop a photo from the film strip. I can't. Library grid? Nope. It hates me. Okay. Alright. I can't even do a. Wow, we were. And I think what I did at the office was just I did this. Right. Because I was too lazy. No, it's not even right. Why did it look better on my iPad? That's what I want to know. Okay. Just gonna gloss past that. And yeah, I couldn't tell you what I think about if it worked. Oh, baby. Okay, well, here's to another 3 minutes estimated time to noise. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Oh, look at that. That didn't take long. Okay, another thing I want to do. This ugly cone has got to go. Bye, Mr. Cone. Remove. Mr. Cone, away. Okay. Look at that. Do I dare? I actually want to know, what is the dust like on an iPhone? None. Okay, good. Alright. So, we have some work to do. Holy moly. You're kidding me. Oh, no. Oh, 3,600. That's still too much. Okay, well, 3,650. Wow. Yeah, no shadows. Ooh, that just made it worse. Okay, why? Wow. Yeah, this is definitely not winning. This is definitely not winning me over by any means. Like, compared to the other photos, you know what? I'm just gonna export both. And then I'll let you guys be the judge. Like, you go and spend an obscene amount of money on a phone. And this is what it gets you these days. Granted, once again, it's ISO 400 versus ISO 6400, but even with ISO 6400, I'm still getting a pretty decent shot. Like, this is wild. Here. So you have that shot versus this, which was on the old iPhone, I guess. I don't know. I guess, yeah, you still get more detail. Well, I guess it is a little gone there compared to, like, when you really zoom in. It's supposed to say Kaiser Air. So you do lose a little bit of detail there. But yeah, like even I know it's hard. It's really hard to say who's better. Definitely. Definitely not an apples to apples sort of deal, I guess. That's off that. That's off that. Like, how did that? Oh yeah, Kaiser Air didn't show up very well here either. And even the sky, the night sky is quite different on this photo. Okay. Bring it back, bring it in. So you kind of tell there is a difference. How did that fare out front? Not so well. Well, in the event, I guess the next time I get a shot at this is probably going to be in March. I think in March they're back. So, March days will be longer. Hopefully we get a better chance of getting a better shot of it. But yeah, the sky definitely looks polluted in this compared to this. This is pretty solid. Okay. That is my edit for tonight. Thanks everyone for watching. It's been a solid, good evening. And we hope to see you again soon. Probably back in the cockpit on the weekend. We'll see what happens.